Hello and welcome back to the word review of review number 6. In previous videos we went through steps 1 through 14 of the review that started on page 345, and this continues our efforts with step number 15. In the previous 14 steps we completed one letter, all right? And what the author allows us to do is to start over again so that we can learn that this process is more than just producing letters. So what we're going to do now is we're going to close this document. Always save your work and then close it. Okay, then we're going to open a new blank document. File, blank document, new, there we go. And we're going to create a set of mailing labels using the vendor Avery US letters in product number 5162. So I'll click on mailings here, and we're going to do labels. Waiting for the processor to come through. No, that's not the kind of labels we were doing, and that's so typical. I think it's these labels here. It's under the Start Mail Merge and click Labels. Yep, that's the one the author was hoping for. Okay, so at the very top, right, where you see the tray is not so important. What's very important is the label vendor. By default, he starts out with Microsoft. And then the next thing we do is Avery. Now, US letter, please don't mistake this as I'm creating a letter, but so much as I'm creating a label on a letter-sized sheet of paper. And that letter-sized sheet of paper is 8.5 by 11, and that's what you and I know it as. Okay, so that's the caveat there. And then click OK. Let's get some details here. There we go. What I'm looking for is the 5162 label. Now these numbers are not in numerical order, okay, they are in alphabetical order. So it'll take a little bit of searching. The 4-digit numbers here, 5162, and then you click OK. And you'll get a form there with some outlines. The next thing you do is you save the document so that you can save it someplace. Click File, Save As, and put it in that Mail Merge folder that we've been working on in the last couple of videos. And this one will be called the Ice Cream Labels Main Document. And then please add your last name to the file name. And click Save. Then we're going to select the ice cream data file that we created earlier in this assignment as the data source. So let's see. We're going to select our recipients. We're going to use an existing list. And the software picks up on the ice cream data file that we started earlier. And that assumes that we left our file in the My Data Sources environment. Okay, so last time when we did a letter, in order to add the address, we added the address one field at a time. Turns out that Microsoft created an address block that allows us to format all of the fields in the address in one command. So here's our address block command. It's in the Write and Insert Fields group, and it's called address block. Okay, so the author said use the Joshua Randall Jr. format, which that's the default, and then we'll click on OK. So there's your address block, and it really doesn't look like a lot. But here's the important part, and many students miss this step. You have to update this document in order to get it to apply the address block to all of the labels. So here's the difference. Notice address block is in the upper left-hand corner, And here's the command called update labels. It's in the write and insert fields group on the bottom right hand side. One click there and you'll notice that the rest of the labels have a next record and an address block inserted in them. So that's steps 15, 16, and 17. I'm going to write that down and make a note of that for myself for the next video. Okay, item 18, it says preview the merged labels before you go ahead and get things done. Preview the results. So you should have 4 labels here. If you don't have 4 labels, turn the preview results off and then apply update labels to your document. And then save this merged file, right? We're going to create a new document. So at the finish and merge command, click on the edit individual documents command. We want all of the merged records. Click OK. And you'll end up with a new file. In my case, it's labels 3. Yours might be named with labels and a different number. It's just up to your software. Then click on File and Save As and save it into the mail merge, because this is another document that you want to have to turn in later. This one is called the merged ice cream labels, and then add your last name to the file. Okay, so that is steps 15 through 19. I think this is a great place to pause, because in step 20 we're going to start a new document. So we've done 2, all right? We've done the labels and we've done the letters, and we've done a subset of letters. And I'll see you at the next video.